realizing that I may not have introduced myself enough on this channel. I notice when I go to other people's channel and I don't know who they are and they don't introduce themselves, I'm kind of like, what's going on with this person? So my name's Aaron Tucker and I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm an artist. This is an arts channel. I know it seems like a printmaking channel because that's what I've been doing a lot lately, is lots of prints. But actually, I'm primarily, I would say, a painter. I've painted for years and years and years. I've only been into printmaking for maybe 2 to 3 years. I did take classes in college, which was a long time ago. And right now I'm working on this little woodcut of my daughter when she was young on a hike with me. Trying to take an image and really pare it down to its bare essentials. When you get to this simplified form, every little piece of it changes the mood, the gesture, even the look of the person. And so you have to be very precise to get it, not necessarily trying to get it perfectly accurate, but I am trying to get a good image. Now this one I'm going to have, right now I'm going to transfer this image to these other blocks. And I've got 4 here, but I think I'm only going to transfer 3. Well, no, I'm going to transfer all 4 because although one of them is just background, I still want to cut out the form. With this, I'm not doing reduction style. Every color is a block. On the reduction prints, you get a lot of overlap of those colors, and that can really affect the outcome. Or so if you have a vision for what you want, and especially when it's something like this, it's not a portrait, it's just, I don't know, picture of a girl who happens to be my daughter. I want all the colors to be vivid and separated, not overlaid. So right now I'm gonna put some ink down, ink this up. Guys, this roller, I did a video on how I used something on it that kind of made it sticky, and it has never lost that stickiness. I think I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I really don't want to use that, so I'm going to use this wide one. So let's roll up some ink here. Get it nice across that surface, and we'll roll up some ink on this piece. Kind of let it soak in some. This pine can really soak up the ink, so I don't want to. I want to wait a little bit and let it soak in just a bit. All right, now what we're going to do is transfer to just a sheet of paper. I decided to use a mic with a cord, which could be a problem, but we'll see. You know, another thing I'm going to do is, because there's so much white space on this piece, around the figure, like I don't have an edge. So what I'll do is I'll draw the edge so I can line up all the pieces in the right spot on this paper. So I'm just Sharpen my pencil, and I'm just going to draw the square in so I know exactly where each block goes. And now I can print this. I think I have it the right height. Feels a little loose. I'm going to tighten it a little more. I want it to pinch a little bit. That's how I like to do it. I've heard other people like for it to just skim across the top. I like for there to be a little bit of a pinch. So there's the print onto, this is just printer paper. And now I'm going to take my block I know you can't see this, but I'll show you. I'm just lining it up inside that square I drew. And it should be on the block now. So now I've transferred from one block to the next block. This is called the key block, and it's going to be black. This one will be either her flesh tone or the shirt color, the background, or the hair. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to transfer this to 2 more blocks. All right, I got all these blocks carved. We've got the background, skin tone, her shirt, and her hair. And I just carved in just enough to be able to get the brayer in the area that I need. Look how sticky that is. That's ridiculous. All right, I'm going to start with this background. And I've mixed up a cool gray, sort of blue gray. And I'm going to put a thin coat on here. And print the background. This is going to be very light. The second one will probably be a little darker. I got a little bit in the middle that I'm going to wipe off, even though I did carve this pretty deep. So let's do the first one. Got the 4 sheets of paper, so I'm going to do 4 prints. Nice textured background. Hope you can see that. I really like that textured background. It'll probably get a little darker. I'm going to try to keep it from doing that. But I'm going to print the rest here and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, here's how they all turned out. Really like that texture in the background. I did some scratching and scraping on the block. I let some of the texture of the pine wood show. I really like it. So now we're going to work on the next one, the next color. All right, the next color I mixed up is this skin tone, and I'm going to try to use this brayer, but it's really bad. But I want to use a smaller one. Once the ink's on there, it feels a little better. So there we go. I had it nice and where I wanted it, but when I put in this transparent base, it kind of grayed the color. So I wonder if that's going to be a problem. I don't think it will, but let's try. Try one out. Yeah, that looks nice. It's very subtle. I hope you can see that all right. It's very subtle. Just what I wanted. So let's get the rest of these. Here they are. That did so, excuse me, that did so well. I'm super happy with the way that printed. This is going really well. I really like having individual blocks more than doing a reduction. I like the separation of the colors way more. I think from going forward, that's going to be what I do. I'm super happy with the way this is going. Next, we've got brown and pink. I'm going to make her shirt a pink color. And then the key block, the final block. And I am gonna, before I do the final block at least, I'm gonna let it dry for a while. So that may delay getting this video out, but I really want it to be a little bit more dry before I print that final block, because it will make a big difference. And I'm super excited about the way this is going so far. All right, this is the next day, and I let this dry thoroughly before I went on to the next one, next color, which is going to be this light brown color. So let's give this a shot. We got a block for the hair, and I'm going to roll the ink up on this. Try to do it lightly, do a thin layer. Kind of liking how this thin layers are working out. Alright, here's how that hair turned out. I really like the color. The contrast between that orangey brown and the blue is just really pretty. And then you've got a little bit of pink in the flesh tone. And now we're going to print the shirt, which is, I believe, going to be pink. So let's get on that. Purplish, pinkish. really reminds me of a ice cream flavor. Here's how that shirt came out. I like the color. When the black line comes on, it'll really bring it all together. So let me print the rest of these and then we'll be ready for the key block. We're gonna finish this thing up. Need to pour out some black ink. See what we have. All right, here's how the prints came out. I'm very happy with especially the color, the thin layers. A couple things right here, I have a little splotch. This one right here is a little splotch I don't care for so much. So I think two of these came out really well. These two right here. Somebody in the last video said they wanted to see the image longer. You can also go to my Instagram site, which I'll provide a link, and put an image there as well. Thanks so much.